Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us this week. Let's go. Traveling alone can be a transformative experience, offering freedom and self discovery. Solo travel is no longer a niche or rarity, it has surged into the mainstream. In fact, recent surveys indicate that over half of travelers, that's around 58%, are planning to take a solo trip this year. What was once the realm of backpacking students and soul searching gap year adventurers is now a $482 billion market that's reshaping the travel industry. From millennials to baby boomers. Hello. More people of all ages, especially seniors, are embracing the idea of exploring the world on their own terms. Whether you're seeking solitude in nature, craving a cultural immersion without compromises, or simply prefer your own schedule, solo travel offers something for everyone. Why travel solo? What are the allure and benefits of that? Solo travelers' popularity isn't just a passing trend. It's rooted in the unique benefits that independent travel provides. Freedom and flexibility are chief among these advantages. When you travel by yourself, you set the itinerary. Want to spend an extra hour admiring art in the Louvre or spontaneously detour to a quaint village? With no group consensus needed, you can follow your own interests at your own pace. This freedom can make travel more relaxing and very much fulfilling as you tailor every day to what you want to do. Another major draw is self discovery and confidence building. Navigating new cities or cultures on your own challenges you in the best ways. You learn to solve problems, communicate across language barriers, and trust your instincts. Overcoming these little hurdles, like figuring out a train schedule or dining solo, can significantly boost your confidence. It's no wonder solo trips are often described as empowering. In fact, one study found that 26% of solo travelers journeyed primarily to have time by themselves and explore new places. A clear sign that people value the personal growth aspect of solo adventures. Solo travel can also lead to more authentic connections with locals and fellow travelers. When you're by yourself, you might be more inclined to strike up a conversation with strangers, join group activities, or stay in a sociable accommodation like a hostel or maybe even an Airbnb. Without the social bubble of existing friends or family, solo travelers often find themselves meeting new people, making new friends from around the world. You're approachable and flexible, which can open doors to memorable encounters, from sharing street food with a local family to teaming up with other travelers for a day hike. These serendipitous friendships are a rewarding part of the solo journey. Finally, let's not forget one very practical benefit: no compromises on itinerary or budget. Ever traveled with a group and found yourself doing something that you weren't interested in because you just didn't want to rock the boat and keep the peace? On a solo trip, every choice is yours. You can splurge on a bucket list activity or save by eating less expensive street food. Spend a whole day at a museum or skip it entirely. Your travel style is 100% up to you. This level of control can make your trip more aligned with your interests and often more cost effective, since you're not pressured into activities or expensive restaurants that don't appeal to you. Travel style options. Solo doesn't mean alone all the time. One common misconception is that solo travel means you'll be isolated the whole trip, but that's far from true. In reality, solo travel is a choose your own adventure that can be as social or independent as you like. Many social travelers mix and match different travel styles to suit their mood. You might explore one city entirely on your own, then join a group tour for the next part of the journey. The beauty of solo travel is that you have the flexibility to plug into social experiences or enjoy solitude whenever you want. Even solo travelers often join group tours or cruises for part of their trip. Research shows that 9 out of 10 solo travelers choose to take an escorted tour or cruise at least some of the time. This means you can head out alone, but still have the option to travel with others when it suits you. Traveling solo doesn't have to literally mean solo 24/7. For example, you could journey independently to a new country, then join a small group tour for a multi-day adventure like a safari or a cultural immersion trip. How about a cooking class? Wine tasting? Small group tours, perhaps 8 to 12, are fantastic for solos. They offer built-in companionship and a guide to handle logistics. You're still technically traveling on your own without a preformed group of friends or family. Many tour companies have noticed the solo trend and now specialize in accommodating independent travelers. In fact, some of the operators report that solo travelers are joining guided tours at an unprecedented rate up 300% over traditional groups bookings last year. Cruises are another great travel style for solo explorers. You get the convenience of an all-in-one package and opportunities to meet people on board. Cruise lines have started making changes to welcome solo travelers, such as Norwegian Cruise Line's studio cabins and lounges designed for solos or social activities specifically for single passengers. And the travel industry at large is adapting. Many companies have reduced or eliminated the dreaded single supplement. Those are fees that are used to penalize travelers for sailing or traveling alone. The single supplement is an extra charge solo travelers pay when not sharing a hotel room or cruise cabin, often 25 to 100% more. Recognizing the growth demand, some tour and cruise providers now offer roommate matching programs or no single supplement deals so that solos can pay the same rate as everyone else. For instance, a few cruise lines like Voyages of Antiquity have completely removed single supplements on certain voyages, and tour companies such as Intrepid Travel or G Adventures will pair solo travelers of the same gender to room together so you avoid extra cost. This is a huge win for the solo traveler, and it makes adventures more affordable and accessible. Of course, you can also choose to remain completely independent, planning everything yourself, staying in your own room, and not joining any organized tours. This pure solo style appeals to those who relish total freedom. But even then, you're likely to meet people along the way. Maybe you chat with locals on a train or join a walking tour for a day. The key takeaway is that solo travel can be tailored to your social comfort level. You have options to be around others or retreat to some me time whenever you want. It's travel on your own terms. Now, last week's winner and this week's challenge before we continue. A big congratulations to last week's winner. Where in the World contest winner is Lacey and Ron from Florida. They correctly answered our travel trivia question and won a prize. We love seeing everyone's response and enthusiasm. But before we continue, our furry customer care manager, Max, has clues for this week's Where in the World competition. Be sure to submit.
Yes, submit indeed, travelers. Max here with a contest that could seriously upgrade your next adventure. Guess our mystery destination correctly, and Ken and I will send you a rather dashing leather passport wallet. Perfect for keeping your documents tidy, so you're not fumbling about at the airport like a confused dachshund in a cat cafe. Here's your hint. This dreamy city floats on water. No cars, just canals, palaces that look like they've stepped out of a fairy tale, and sunsets so gorgeous they make even me stop chasing pigeons to watch. Think you've cracked it? Pop over to travelbyken.com and send us your guess. You might also snag a copy of our Where To Next magazine, bursting with exclusive deals and travel inspiration you won't find anywhere else. Off you go. And remember, in travel as in life, the early dog catches the biscuit.
Tips for solo travel success. Embarking on a solo trip might feel daunting, but a few smart habits can go a long way to ensure a smooth journey. Safety is always a top concern, and rightfully so. But with preparation, solo travel can be very, very safe. Always share your itinerary with a friend or family member back home. Keep copies of important documents and trust your instincts. Researching the destination's culture and local scams or customs is wise too. Remember, places like Iceland, Japan, and New Zealand are famed for being safe for solo explorers. But even in more challenging destinations, staying aware and blending in can mitigate risks. Another tip, pack light. When you're on your own, you won't have anyone to watch your bags, so keep things minimal and manageable. It's a lifesaver. A good rule of thumb is one suitcase and one backpack. You can handle solo plus a day bag. This makes you more mobile and less stressed about your belongings. Embrace the opportunity to step outside your comfort zone socially. Perhaps try staying in a hostel dorm or 1 or 2 nights, maybe in a B&B, or join a free walking tour when you hit a new city. These are low commitment ways to meet fellow travelers. You might surprise yourself by enjoying a dinner with new friends you just met on a food tour, or trading travel tips with someone in a hotel lounge. And if you're more introverted, that's okay. Solo traveling doesn't mean you must be extroverted. You can engage with others on your own terms and take quiet days for yourself when you need them. Lastly, be open to new experiences and stay flexible. One of the greatest joys of solo travel is how often it leads to unexpected adventures. Accept that invite to a local festival or take the detour to see a sunset. Without a fixed partner itinerary, you can seize opportunities as they come. Some of your best travel memories might come from these spontaneous decisions. We hope this overview has inspired you to consider a solo adventure on your own. Traveling alone is not only possible, it's rewarding, empowering, and yes, it's for everyone. So until next time, happy travels, and remember, the world awaits whether you have a travel buddy or not. I'm here to help you book an amazing trip every step of the way. Head over to kenscruises.com to book a consult or call me at 689-229-9724. And bon voyage! Embrace the adventure.